Hello, my name is Holly Briggs, and this is my week 3 interview question. Um, the question this time is asking what approach I would use to create an intersection of two sets, and what would my approach be to create a union of two sets? Well, for making the intersection of two sets, I suppose first I would initialize a new set as a container um, for my results. Then I would probably iterate through each item in set one, look at it, and check if that item is in set two. If it isn't in set two, I would add that item to the new set. Otherwise, I would ignore that item. And after that, I would return the new set. The performance of this should be, since we're iterating through one set, should be big O of in. And three test cases that I would make to check if this is working. First would be like a basic, I'd have two sets that have some common values and check that it would be easy to check that the common values are in the new set. Another version of that would be to have one set contain values and another set be empty. That should return no common values since one set is empty. And let's see. Yeah, I guess the third case would be to have two sets that contain no common values. What's interesting about that is that you're putting in, right, data in two sets, but there should be no intersecting cases. So there should be, that also should return an empty set. All right, the second scenario is a union between the two sets. And I would probably actually just add the content of both sets to a new set because sets do not permit duplicate values. There should be no duplicate values in the new set, and you would contain all the values of each. And the performance for that should be big O of n. It would actually be like big O of like, 2n, but you'd simplify it down to big O of n. And the test cases for that, I guess you would do two sets with some common values, and checked that um, that they contain all the values in both sets. The new set does. And then what's the next one? Then I would have two sets of completely differing values where there's no overlap at all. What you should see is the result should be the new set should have, should equal the sum of both, the size of both sets. So if, one had three values and then the other had three different values, the resulting set should have all of those values, and it should be 6 values. And I think a third would be to have a set with values, and then a empty set, and it should return to be the same as, like, let's say it was set 1 had values and set 2 had no values. You should return new set for union of the two would return identical to set 1. It would only contain values that were contained in set 1, because with no values in set 2, they wouldn't add any. Anyway, and the time complexity there, it should be, big O of big O of n. And because you are essentially iterating through two sets, but that would um, that would simplify to big O of n. Anyway, there's another way to do the second one, the union, which would be just to have, iterate through. To create the new set, add the values of set 1 and then take the values of set 2. Check if it's in set, if the values in set 2 are in, if each item was in set 1, and if it is, ignore it, otherwise add. That's another way to do it, but I think it's slightly more steps, more complex, and its performance isn't any better. So I would probably just add the 2 sets to a new set, and that would be my solution. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, and have a good day.